I'm meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, and we have an 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert to tell you about. As you know, we've been talking about these temperatures that have been going up and down and up and down. You know, we had a relatively warmer day yesterday with temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Then today, it was a little bit cooler with the highs around 53. And now we're about to warm up again Friday and Saturday. But then the bottom is going to drop out. We have issued this 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert for the really cold air that's going to be coming in Sunday, Monday, into early on Tuesday morning, as we'll see the coldest air of the season that's going to be pushing in with this next system arriving on Sunday. So it's from Sunday through Tuesday morning. We're going to watch those temperatures falling really during the day on Sunday. With, on Saturday we get up to around 61, 62 degrees. Then on Sunday, it's only going to be in the 40s, but when you factor in the wind, it is going to feel a lot colder. We're talking about afternoon wind chills in the 30s, and then during the evening hours, Sunday night into Monday morning, we're talking about wind chills in the 20s and even the teens in some spots. So a really cold system that is going to be moving our way. On that Monday morning, with lows going down to 21 degrees, that is going to be the coldest day of the season so far. So we're telling you with plenty of advance notice here to be prepared to bundle up, wear extra layers, know where your hat and gloves are and your scarf because you'll need it there Sunday, Monday, and also into Tuesday morning as well. We're going to break down more of this next cold air mass that is moving our way here in a couple of seconds. But first, I want to show you some of these great pictures that we got in from some of our 11 Alive community weather impact folks there. This is from Bruce Kinney from Virginia Highland. He took this picture tonight as that sun was setting and we had a few clouds around. It was beautiful on the horizon with a lot of colors around. So Bruce, thank you so much for that picture that you sent in to us. Here is another one from Tucker. Travis O'Kona put the drone up as the sun was going down, and he captured this beauty as well, as all of that nice orange color there on the horizon. And this is from Kevin Dwayne in Atlanta, of that still in the Atlanta area there, looking toward the west. And as those clouds were over to the west too, as the sun was going down, we saw some great color here with that too. We got a ton of pictures. Excuse me, just couldn't share them all with you. But we would love for you to be a part of our 11 Alive Weather Impact Team on Facebook. And when you're on Facebook, just go to the top of the screen where you see the search bar there and type in 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. You'll find our group, ask to become a member and answer the membership questions. And you can come into that group. You can see the information and pictures that other folks are sharing. And then you can share information and pictures there too. We use that group to communicate about the weather all throughout the day, and that group often helps us tell the weather story at night when we show pictures and give out the information that they're supplying to us too. So we would love for you to do that on the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team page on Facebook. Now let's talk more about that 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert, as we're going to see those temperatures coming in, colder air coming in Sunday, Monday into Tuesday morning. And by Tuesday afternoon, we're going to start warming up a little bit more, going back up into the 50s. So this is just going to be for about a day and a half. We're going to watch those temperatures falling during the day on Sunday. We may actually have warmer air early Sunday compared to what we're going to have later on in the day. And then again, with the wind whipping up coming out of the north and west, it is going to feel even colder than the actual air temperature. So again, our advice to you, you've got to bundle up. Now tonight we have on our satellite loop here, no rain indicated here by radar, but we do have some clouds that are coming in. And these aren't really thick rain producers or anything, but just at times some of these clouds will block out the moon and the stars at times. Or maybe some of the moon and stars might filter through some of those clouds too. We have some here in the metro area. And a few breaks a little bit on the south side, just south of I-20, where we have a couple more breaks around. And then as you look around the entire southeast, we're not really seeing much going on here as far as cloud. We just have mainly cloud cover, but then look up to the north and you can see some snow that is extending down into parts of northern Tennessee here and northeast Tennessee, moving into those Tennessee mountains and into the North Carolina mountains, but more snow in parts of Kentucky, southern Indiana, into parts of Illinois as well, where they've got a good bit of snow that's coming down. Now that snow is not going to make it here into Georgia, so we're not concerned about that at all. We're just going to watch another chilly night out there for tonight, then followed by a couple of warm days before before that blast of Arctic air starts to move our way. Here's a live look from our tower camera at Northside Hospital. We moved it a little bit earlier over toward the west, northwest a little bit. We were watching just a ton of traffic here on 285. This is as you're coming from 285, going out, actually coming from 85, and you cross over 400 and then keep going toward 75. This is looking toward Roswell Road right here. So that's going westbound. These cars are coming eastbound. Still some volume out there, but not crazy traffic like we had a little bit earlier on that camera. Excuse me for coughing there. We also have nice weather here in Atlanta. This is our view at Georgia Tech, our live tower cam here, where again we've got a couple of clouds around mixing in with the moon and stars. Lights are on there at the stadium. And here you can see what we're watching from our tower cam on Arizona Avenue on the DeKalb County, Fulton County line looking westward. Beautiful skyline here, visibility is looking great, and nice weather with just a few of those clouds that we have around. Now today, our high actually did bump up into the lower 50s. We got up to 53 degrees after our low this morning was at 36. And those temperatures are trending below the average. We should be around 57 here for this time of year in the afternoon, and our morning low would normally be around 39. So 53 and 36 were below the average. We're still watching the rainfall deficit as it's climbing. We're more than 6 inches above where we should be in rainfall for this time of year. So here's how those temperatures kind of timed out today. That coldest air was this morning when we dipped down to 36 degrees. That was right around 8 o'clock this morning. Then we started climbing upward, bumping up into the 50s, and it's because of that extra sunshine, a good bit of sunshine we had today, that we were at 52 at 3, 53 at 4 o'clock, and now we're cooling back down into the 40s. The sun has set, and we're going to be in the 40s for a bit before we move back down into the 30s, and then tomorrow morning we're going to wake up at around 36 degrees for our low temperature. Now Atlanta, as usual here at this time of night, is one of the warmer spots as we're still holding on to some of the heat of the day in the urban area that we have here, but outside the city, it is getting colder faster. We have a lot of 30s around already. Lawrenceville's at 39, 36 in Peachtree City, 37 in Covington, 39 in Rome. Now Athens is still holding on to the 40s as well. Gainesville is just below 40 at 39. Same thing for the Eatonton area. During the day tomorrow, we got that cool start at 36 degrees, but you're going to get the payoff in the afternoon. This is going to be the warmest air that we've had since before Thanksgiving. We're going to get up to around 61 degrees in the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine during the day, so it's going to be warming really nicely by noontime tomorrow up to 57, and then those lower 60s at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we're back down into the 50s. Then at 6 o'clock, about 56 degrees for that temperature as it starts cooling off. So here's the forecast track. What we've been watching here has been a northerly flow in our area. That came in with that front that moved in last night, and that cooled us off today. Now that flow is changing, coming back from the south and west, and that's why we're going to be a little bit warmer here during the day on Friday with that southwesterly flow, bringing those temperatures back up into the lower 60s. You'll notice here, not much going on is with no rain around, but with our cloud cover, a few clouds will start to push in later in the day on Friday, but still not a complete overcast. It's just going to generally be partly cloudy skies. Then going into Saturday, we'll have a few more clouds mixing in with the sun. Saturday, though, is still going to be another warm day. We're talking low, maybe even some mid-60s in some spots on Saturday afternoon. We're not really concerned about much rain here. We've got about a 20% chance for a shower, mainly late Saturday into early on Sunday. And I really think most of that, if any happens, would be to the south of us. This takes us through 10:30 at night here on Saturday. So you can see here that, any rain chances will be down to the south. Then going through the day Sunday, we start clearing out. And then there's another reinforcement of those arrows coming out of the north and west, and that is going to be that Arctic blast of air that's going to be moving in here, really dropping those temperatures. Here's a look at the European model going into the weekend. This again shows some of those showers. This shows maybe a few more on the south side, late Saturday night into early Sunday, and then that moves away. Here you can see these arrows again coming out of the north with that colder air, and that's going to persist through the day Monday into Tuesday morning before we start moderating a little bit later in the day here on Tuesday afternoon when we get back up into those 50s. And then going into Wednesday, a few clouds around. I'm thinking more on Thursday. We'll have a better chance for some of these scattered showers to develop next Thursday. But with that, it's also going to be a lot warmer. We're talking about high temperatures mid-60s next Thursday when we see more of this moisture moving in and that little better chance for some of those scattered showers to push into our area. So here's the deal with the cold. We felt cold today compared to yesterday. Colder today than it was yesterday. 53 degrees, not frigid or anything like that, but cold, below average. Tomorrow and into Saturday, look at this. That cold air moves to the north, and then we have the milder air that's going to be moving in, more of a westerly and southwesterly flow, drier, warmer air mass that's going to be moving our way. So you're going to be enjoying it Friday and Saturday. Soak it up, because it is going to be a shock to the system on Sunday when this happens. Look at this Arctic blast of air. That's really the core of the coldest part of the system is going to be more to the north of us, into West Virginia, northern Kentucky, into parts of Indiana, Indiana, into parts of Ohio as well here, where we have that really cold air that's going to keep moving in. But enough of that is going to spill down into Georgia to give us the coldest air of the season that we've seen so far. And we're going to start feeling it on Sunday. It is also going to be windy, so the wind chill is going to make it feel colder. But then when we get into Monday morning, it's going to be around 21 degrees, and the wind chill is going to make it feel even colder. On Tuesday, back to the mid-20s for a low, and then it starts warming back up a little bit Tuesday afternoon. You see this milder air that's going to start pushing back into our area. So here is a look at the lows. In the morning, we're down to 36. Saturday morning, not as chilly, down to about 42. Then 37 Sunday, 21 though Monday, and 26 on Tuesday. That is that really cold Arctic air that's going to be moving in, and that's why we have that 11 Alive weather impact alert in effect. Now look at the highs. Not bad. Friday and Saturday, you're like, what are they talking about a weather impact alert for? Because that doesn't go into effect though until Sunday, but we're issuing it early because we want you to be prepared for this really cold air. Highs back to 44 Sunday, 43 Monday, and then warming to 53 on Tuesday. Now the good thing about this is really cold air, and we are going to be below freezing for an extended period from later in the day Sunday through a big part of the day on Monday, maybe up to around late morning when we get back above freezing on Monday. Then we go back below freezing again into Tuesday morning too before we warm up a little bit more. So as far as your pipes, if your pipes are susceptible to freezing, and if you have issues with that, with extended time frame here of temperatures below freezing, you're going to want to take some precautions, make sure they're wrapped, make sure they are insulated. Now, for most folks with good insulation, this isn't going to be one of those pipe freezing type events. Those usually happen when we get, more than 24, 48 hours of temperatures that don't even go above freezing. That's when we start to have issues with that. But to take precautions, just make sure you might drip some faucets, especially Sunday night into Monday morning if you just want to make sure that your pipes aren't going to freeze out there. But at least we will get above freezing on Sunday and Monday for multiple hours here in the afternoon. But we're also going to have multiple hours below freezing there for those nighttime hours and morning hours too. So enjoy Friday and Saturday. 62 degrees for a high Saturday. Now there's that 20% chance for a shower, mainly on the south side, low rain risk. And then the big change is coming on Sunday with the wind blowing in that much colder air, 44 for a high, then 21 Monday morning, 43 Monday afternoon, 26 Tuesday morning with a high of 53. And then we're warmer heading into the middle and end of the week, 58 Wednesday, 65 on Thursday, but it is on Thursday with that warmer air that we're going to have a little bit of moisture, additional moisture. Right now, we're going with a 30% chance for a shower, and we'll keep fine-tuning those rain chances. Thanks for watching this extended weather update here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We'll have another update for you tonight at 11 o'clock on 11 Alive, and more extended weather updates throughout the day here on your Friday. We hope you have a great night, and thanks for watching.